Well, summer is over, and that means the days are shorter. Got some clouds, got some rain, especially here on the east part of the country. And that means my solar on my roof isn't going to be filling my batteries every day. But luckily, I have a brand new solution from Bluetti that solves all my power problems in my off-grid RV boondocking life. Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. Got to find your own. Luckily, I've got a brand new setup with Bluetti. It's the AC500 plus B300S. I can actually plug my entire RV into it. So I got here today and realized that I didn't fully charge it while I had shore power. So I plugged in the 350 watt solar panel. It was at 52%, and we're gonna see how it's gonna charge just on the 350 watt solar panel with not even full sun. We'll see how fast it charges. I know this setup with the AC500 plus B300S will charge on shore power, which is just regular plug-in 110, 120 voltage at your house or at an RV park, or even if you run your generator, it'll charge 80% in under an hour. So that's pretty amazing. So I'm excited to see what it's going to do with 350 watts of solar and how fast it's going to charge. And once we get it charged up, then we're going to start plugging things in, and we're going to see how long it's going to last. All right, so I've had it plugged in for about 15 minutes, and it's gone from 51% to 54%. And I have a little bit of cloud coverage, so you can see here the input. The input is fluctuating a little bit, but look at all of the detail you get. And it's touch screen, so all of your information at the push of a button. So you can see right now, that's pretty good. I've got 360 watts, 316 watts coming in, still at 54. Click on that, and you get more detail. So I'm getting 35 volts in right now, and I'm getting 318 watts out of a 350 watt panel with fall sun, not full straight on sun. That's pretty darn good. This is a real life scenario right now. You know, I'm going to use the battery when I need it, and it may not be fully charged. You know, maybe you used it a day already or a couple of days and you're down 50%. So this is going to be a real life scenario to show you how much power you're going to be able to get out of this system, even if it's not at 100%. So we're gonna charge it up the rest of the day, and we'll start testing it tonight when the sun goes down. That's when I really need extra power. So because this is real RV life, and every day isn't sunny living in an RV, this is real life. These are the real power challenges that we have. It's only 3 o'clock. I have been moving my solar panels like every half hour, every hour. And I've been working, and my Starlink is plugged in, and look at how low my battery is. So while the Bluetti A500 plus B300S is not fully charged, this is real life. So I want to show you what it's going to do in a real life situation. So let's go take a look and see how far we got with the solar panels, moving them a lot. And then we're going to plug in the RV because it's only 3 o'clock. I've been working, Starlink is on, and my battery is low. You know, and in a situation like this, I would usually pull out my generator. You know, my onboard generator doesn't work. I would usually pull that out and plug my RV in. But it's noisy. It's smelly. It emits toxic fumes. It runs on gas. And I would rather not run things on gas anymore. So I'm trying to do better for the environment. So this is a really great alternative. So what we're going to do is plug in the RV. Let's get it done. All right, so how'd we do? 60%. So it went up 9% with very little sun. Like I said, I've been moving the solar panels, trying to get as much sun as I can, but I think it's been plugged in for maybe 4 hours. So not a lot of solar, but it went up 9%, which is actually pretty good. It's better than I would have expected. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in my RV. It's got a 30 amp plug for my RV. It even has a 50 amp plug. If you've got one of those new big fancy buses, it's got a 50 amp plug. It's got 15 other outlets. So you can charge DC. So let me see, you know, kind of like cigarette lighter type stuff, you know, things that you put into cigarette lighter. It's got USB-C. It's got 2 of those. It's got 2 USB-A's. It's got a 20 amp max, 110 or 120 actually outlet, and it's got 2 wireless chargers on the top for cell phones to charge wirelessly. So you can charge everything. Literally, you can charge everything on this. I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to perform for me overnight. It's only 3 o'clock. I'm going to be up for at least 7 more hours with the Starlink on, you know, making dinner, maybe grinding some coffee in the morning. We'll see how it does. Oh, this is cool. So it lights up yellow when it's in use. So I got AC load right now. Right now it's pulling, wow, it's pulling a lot. 120 volts, output power, 368 watts. That's a lot. But that's my whole RV. And with 5,000 watts of power and up to 10,000 watts of surge power, I can even run my air conditioning. Okay, I don't need that today, but I could run my air conditioning and I can run my microwave. So we're going to do all that later. Bluetti AC500 and B300S isn't just for RV life or van life. It's an excellent backup power source so that you never run out of power. As I've said in other videos before, you know, with the weather getting more volatile and electrical grids failing and things like that, more people across the country are experiencing power outages. It's even going to run a 360 watt refrigerator for 43 and a half hours. So if you do lose your power, you don't have to worry about all your food spoiling. It'll run a CPAP for 39.7 hours. Gosh, that's almost 5 nights of sleep you can get running the CPAP on the A500 B300S combination. And by the way, this is a modular system, which means that the bottom part is the battery, the 300S is the battery, and you can add batteries onto it. So that means you can expand this up to 18,000 watt hours. If you max out this modular system, you can actually run your house, I think, for up to 6 days. So that's pretty important with things being the way they are, that you can always rely on power. You're never going to run out of power. And with the Life PO4 battery, which is the latest and greatest in lithium batteries, you're going to get more than 3,500 cycles. That means if you're using it every day, if you live on the road like I do, and if you're going to use it every day, you're going to get almost 10 years out of it. So imagine how much you're going to get out of it if you're not using it every day. I mean, even if you use it every other day, you're getting 20 years out of it. So while this is an investment in your power source, it is a lifelong investment. So when you're looking at the cost of it, think about that. This may be the last power source you'll ever have to buy, and you can run your life on this. So pretty cool. All right, let's go inside. I'm excited. Let's go inside and see what my batteries are doing. There we go. Battery's already up to 12.8 because it's got a converter, so it's charging the battery. And look at that. I only see this when the generator is on or when I'm plugged into shore power. I've got my Starlink on. I've got my heavy-duty laptop on. The microwave is, the lights are on. And so why don't we just hang out for a while? I'll get some work done and I'll check back with you in a couple hours and maybe at sunset, and I'll show you how it's doing. Okay, it's dinner time. I don't usually use my microwave. In fact, I use it for storage usually, but hey, I'm plugged in to the Bluetti, the big Bluetti. I was at Aldi yesterday, so I bought some frozen meals just for this occasion, knowing that I was going to be using the Bluetti AC500 and B300S. Another 2 minutes. I wasn't supposed to pierce the top, so I put it in a Ziploc. Uh-oh. Okay, dinner's done. Getting ready to kind of settle in for the night, but the Bluetti portable power stations cannot get wet. And there's no rain forecast for tonight, but this is upstate New York, so I'm not going to take any chances. So I do have a tarp to cover the Bluetti power station. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Cover it up. And the great thing is with the Bluetti app, I don't even have to come out to turn it off at night. So that is awesome. All I have to do is turn off the battery using the app, and it'll disconnect. And it'll stop sending power, of course, because the battery will be off, so it'll stop sending power to my RV. So then while I'm sleeping, my RV can just rely on the battery power like it always does. So huge bonus that I don't have to come out after dark and turn it off, unlike a traditional generator. All right, so I'm about to shut down for the night, and it's 9:16. So we've been running about 6.5 hours, and I'm down to 17%, and I'm running about 225 watts on my RV plugged in. That's running my refrigerator, that's running all my lights, that's running my high-powered laptop, and it's now we're up to 231, and including my microwave, my water pump. Okay, so we started at 60%, we're down to 17%, and I'm gonna turn it down now, and we're gonna start again in the morning. We'll see what we can do with the remaining 17% tomorrow morning. So good night. Okay, so the Bluetti lost 5% power overnight, and that is because, let me show you what I did. The machine never shut down. I shut the AC down inside, but the lights, the whole machine never shut down, and that's because I have the solar plugged in, and maybe also because I left the battery plugged in. I should have come out and turned it off. Big load. So my RV's pulling a pretty big load. You know, and it's charging the battery. The battery was down to 12.1 this morning, so it's charging the battery. So let's see what we can do with the last 12% this morning. Look at that. My battery's already up to 3.1. The Bluetti is putting a lot of power into my battery. It was at 12.1. I've only got 0.8 watts of solar or volts of solar going in. So that's all the Bluetti. So that's why it's drawing a lot right now. All right, so we got 8 hours out of a 60% charge on the AC500 plus B300S. So I charged my entire RV, which includes my refrigerator, my lights, my laptop, my Starlink, which it turns out I accidentally turned on snow melt, which pulls extra wattage. So I was really pulling a lot of wattage, plus my microwave, plus my coffee grinder this morning. So the AC500 plus B300S is a powerhouse. You're never going to run out of power ever again. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to charge it with my generator, but you're gonna have to wait until October 22nd to see how that goes. So you're gonna be able to go along on the journey with me and watching how this major powerhouse performs. Remember, you don't have to live in an RV. This is an excellent backup source for even your home. And by the way, there are 6 different ways to charge it. You can charge it by solar, plugging it into your cigarette lighter. Yeah, that's pretty amazing for something this big. AC, plugging it into shore power. You can plug it into your generator, and you can also multi-charge with solar and AC, so you can charge it even faster. So if you think this is a power source that you can't live without, so that you never run out of power, whether you're living on the road or you're living a stationary life, be sure to check out the links in the video description below and get started today. Never run out of power ever again. All right, we'll see you next time. Check the links in the video description below, and thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind. I'll see you soon.